So if you want her to remember you, just blow her back out real good. The end. Now I'm just playing. But a lot of guys want to know how they can become that man that she remembers or that man that she is always thinking about. Because fellas trust and believe when young ladies, right, when they are at work or when they're with their friends or when they're shopping, when they're at the mall, when they're getting their nails done, you feel what I'm saying? They are thinking about a particular guy for the most part. It's just in their nature. Okay, when they're taking a dump, when they're digging in their nose and eating that damn cheeseburger that they know they probably shouldn't have, right? When they ate an extra cheeseburger that they probably know that they shouldn't have, they're thinking about a dude, okay? And this is for the most part because, like I said, it's just in their nature. As much as guys think about chicks, young ladies, women, they think about men just as much, if not, I would argue even more in some cases. This is Tarik Talks. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'm gonna tell you guys some of the things that will help you be that guy that she thinks about. And first and foremost, I just want to get this out the way. You have to be a guy that she is attracted to. Baseline attraction. None of this shit is gonna work if if she's not even attracted to you, okay? You can you could be the most funniest guy and just the most charming, you feel me? But if she doesn't have that baseline attraction, then it's not really gonna work. Now, there's different schools of thought that would argue against this and that would call me maybe inexperienced with women, or maybe I don't know and I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, hey, look, go ahead, man. Go ahead and see for yourself and try it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. You know what I mean? But that's number one. Number uno is make sure there is a baseline attraction. Number two, this is going to be somewhat paradoxical. Okay, this is going to be somewhat kind of like, wow, that sounds kind of weird. But the thing that you need to know is that you need to be more into what you have going on than her. Yes, that sounds ironic. It sounds backwards, but it is what it is. Women get attached as long as they have that baseline attraction. Okay, I don't want to get these incels on here. Oh, it's about his jawline. You feel me? But if as long as she has that baseline attraction to him, if the thing about it is a big part of masculinity is that whole the guy is out here trying to get his, right? He trying to get his some way, somehow, or either he has some kind of hobby that he's really into, right? What does this translate into? She's going to be wanting to spend time with you. She's the one that's gonna be trying to spend time with you. And this happens naturally, right? I'm not telling you guys this as some kind of gimmick. I'm not telling you guys this as some kind of strategy. I'm saying with time, when you find something that you're interested in, when you start developing new hobbies, right? Journaling, working out, if you're into stocks, if you're in a compute, if you're into basketball, skateboarding, whatever it is, when you find something that you're very interested in or something that you're very proficient at and you stick to it, she's going to be noticing, hey, look, this guy he's got his own stuff going on, right? He's got his own stuff going on, and he's not a guy that's easily accessible, because a lot of guys are mad accessible. They're very accessible, and that is not going to make her attracted to you because you're not letting her get that time away so she could think about you, right? Another thing is, hey, look, yeah, it sounds shallow, it sounds superficial, but yes, that romance does come into it, right? That intimacy, it does have a small part to do with it. As shallow as it sounds, I will be sitting here and lying and saying that that doesn't play a part. Now, this is not saying, and this is where a lot of guys get all up in arms when someone says this type of stuff. It's not saying for you to be a freaking bum and all you offer is your thing, right? All you offer is your Oscar Mayer. Pause. That's not what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, I would implore you to find something better to do if that's all you have to offer and you think being a bum is cool. I'm not saying that I'm not telling you guys to be these bums that smash chicks and don't have anything to their names, because at the end of the day, two things with that. Number one, that's gonna get old, right? It's gonna get old because you're stagnant. Nothing is going on, right? There's absolutely no growth going on. You're just doing this chick, right? And there's nothing to be gained from that. Number two, being broke is not beneficial. You don't want to be a 30-something-year-old guy that all he has to talk about is how many chicks he's been with. Nobody freaking cares. No one's gonna care. The amount of chicks that you've been with does not equal currency. You can't get a mortgage with the amount of chicks that you bang, right? But with all that being said, I just had to make that disclaimer real quick. Yes, that romance, that intimacy is something that is going to make her think of you a lot, right? And this comes with age. This comes with practice, because I know a lot of guys in their younger years, they're going to slide it in and it's going to be over after 2 pumps, right? 2-pump chump. They're going to get up in there and they're going to try to hold it in. And all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and the guy is tapped out, and the chick was like, wow, she's pulling her pants up and like, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So that comes with time, that comes with experience, and women enjoy it just as much as we do. So that is something. Okay, now another thing is getting in tune with her emotions, right? Getting in tune with her emotions, because it's not just physical. As a matter of fact, you guys are so caught up in the physical that you forget the mental. Getting in touch with her emotions, with her mental, that is one of the most important things to remember. And unfortunately, in today's climate, a lot of these guys that are considered toxic are the ones that these chicks talk about a lot. If you'll notice, a lot of chicks will talk about their very negative boyfriend. They're not really going to mention the guy that was super duper nice, okay? That was super duper nice. Now, there's a difference between being a stand-up dude and being a super duper nice guy that was a doormat. I just had to differentiate. But the reason is, the reason why they remember this guy is because he got into their mental, okay? He got into their mental, and that is extremely important, that emotional connection. Even though it was in a negative type of way, he still got her where her emotions was. He still got her where her mind was. Now, on the flip side, there's a lot of guys that impacted a woman in a positive way. And the fact that he was very solid, right? He was a solid dude. He brung order. He brung structure. And this is something that a lot of chicks feel like they fumbled the bag with certain guys, because these guys were bringing order and structure and putting her in her feminine place, where a lot of these chicks claim they want to be put in their feminine. A lot of them claim that, but they really don't mean that, because when they meet a guy that's structured and that has rules and stuff, all of a sudden they're gonna be like, oh, he's controlling, blah, 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 until they get thrown out into the streets and realize that there's a bunch of wolves and savages out here, right? But in any case, it's that mental, okay? And it kind of ties in to the number one. It kind of ties in to that first or second point, actually, about the guy having his own stuff going on, about the guy not really going after her like that. And as cliche as this sounds, because I know you guys are tired of hearing the old cliche trope of don't chase her, as tired as this sounds, there's a reason why it's being said so frequently. because it is true. It is very, very true. A very, women, that a lot of them don't realize that they're the ones that actually want to get with the dude, right? They're the ones that want to hit him up. They're the ones that want to reach out for affection. They're never going to admit that, but it's the truth. And if you dealt with enough young women, you will see that, right? You will see that they're going to go after the guy that is kind of hard to access, right? Because when a chick, when a chick is thinking about you, when she's just thinking about you all the time, she's going to want to spend time with you. And she's going to want to spend time with you very often. She's going to be, guys, if you have a girlfriend, you got a wife or whatever, or you ever dealt with a chick that was very, very into you, you're going to know that she's going to want to spend time with you all the time, right? She's going to want to be with you. She's going to want to be up under you, snuggling and all that shit. And you're like, I would love to do that, but I got to hit the gym first. But I got to go meet up with, somebody to discuss business or discuss stocks or discuss whatever it is, or to build up my YouTube videos or to build up my business, so he's a busy dude. And believe it or not, this does get with her and mentally, because mentally you're going to be up in her head and you're not even going to be trying. It's not something that you're going to be trying. And a lot of dating coaches, they put it in a way that it's some kind of strategy, right? Give her space. We've all heard this. Give her space. Let her chase. Blah blah blah. All this kind of stuff. Really, ultimately, where they got that from is from guys that were successful with young ladies, because they noticed that these guys that had a lot of stuff to do, the chick was really trying to get him a lot, right? Why is that? Because she was thinking about him, okay? And then you got the really superficial part of it, the physical part, okay? Physicality part. Look, I'm not one of these channels that's gonna tell you that your looks and your physical appearance does not play a part. I'm never going to say that. I'm never going to say that, because from experience, the best interactions that I had is when a chick was attracted to me and vice versa. Think about it. Nobody, male or female, wants to be with someone is going to think about somebody that they're not attracted to like that, okay? They're not really going to think about them like that as much as a person that they are attracted to. And the thing about it is, are there cases where, the guy isn't attractive, so to speak? Yeah, there is. But to be honest with you, it's subjective. He might have been attractive to the young lady, right? So when I say the physical part, I don't mean you got to be some kind of model, okay? I don't mean you got to be some kind of model. I just mean her preference, whatever type of guy that she likes, her preference, because chicks will say all of this stuff online, and then you see the type of guys they mess with, and they're like, wow, I thought you wanted a 6'5" basketball player, but her baby daddy's like 5'10", kind of chubby, okay? So whatever her preference is, yes, that is something that is going to help out with that whole process of her thinking about you. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys liked the video. Peace.